Beyond the Screen, a Love Story in a Virtual World. Chapter 1, A Virtual Meeting. Jake and Angelo were both avid gamers, spending much of their free time playing online games. They often found themselves on the same team and quickly discovered that they had a lot in common. They began chatting and quickly became each other's confidant. What started as casual conversations soon turned into hours-long discussions about their interests, values, and life experiences. They were both surprised at how easy it was to open up to each other, given that they had only met online. As time went on, their conversations grew more personal, and they found themselves looking forward to chatting with each other every day. They would discuss everything from their favorite games to their deepest fears and aspirations. Despite living in different parts of the world, they felt like they had found a true friend in each other. Chapter 2, Common Interests. As Jake and Angela continued to chat, they discovered that they had a lot in common. They both loved playing games, listening to music, and watching movies. They had similar taste in music and movies, and would often recommend new bands or films to each other. They also shared a passion for learning and would discuss topics ranging from science to philosophy. They quickly discovered that their shared interests went beyond mere hobbies, and that they had similar values and beliefs. They both valued honesty, kindness, and respect, and believed in the importance of helping others. They bonded over these shared values and interests, and their conversations became more in-depth and personal. Chapter 3, Growing Feelings. Jake and Angela's friendship slowly turned into something deeper as they realized their feelings for each other. They were hesitant at first, unsure if their online connection could translate into real-life chemistry. But as they continued to talk, they couldn't deny the strong connection they felt. They decided to take the next step and meet in person. They were both nervous but excited at the prospect of finally meeting the person they had grown so close to. When they finally met, their chemistry was undeniable. They spent the day exploring the city, laughing and talking, and they both felt like they had known each other for years. They knew that they had found something special and decided to pursue their relationship further. Chapter 4, The First Date. When they finally met, it was a magical experience for both of them. They had talked so much online that they felt like they already knew each other well, but meeting in person was an entirely different experience. They spent the day exploring the city, laughing and talking, and they both felt like they had known each other for years. They knew that they had found something special and decided to pursue their relationship further. After their first date, they continued to spend time together whenever they could. They visited each other regularly, and their relationship continued to grow stronger. They went on more dates, watched movies, played games, and explored new places together. They both felt like they had finally found someone who understood and accepted them completely. Chapter 5, Challenges and Obstacles. Although they were happy together, Jake and Angela faced challenges and obstacles in their relationship. The biggest challenge was distance. They lived in different parts of the world, and it was difficult to see each other as often as they wanted. They also faced societal stigma and judgment for having a relationship that started online. They were determined to overcome these challenges and make their relationship work. They made plans to visit each other as often as possible, had regular video calls, and even played games together online. They also made efforts to meet each other's friends and family, building a strong support system. Chapter 6: Navigating the Distance. Jake and Angela knew that distance would be a challenge in their relationship, but they were determined to make it work. They made plans to visit each other as often as possible, whether it was a weekend trip or a longer vacation. They also made sure to have regular video calls and chats to stay connected and updated on each other's lives. To keep the spark alive, Jake and Angela found creative ways to spend time together. They played games together online, watched movies simultaneously while on video call, and even cooked meals together through video calls. It was not always easy, but they made a conscious effort to prioritize their relationship and make time for each other, despite the distance. They also made efforts to meet each other's friends and family, building a strong support system. They attended events and special occasions together, and even traveled together with their families. It helped both of them to feel more connected to each other's lives and loved ones, and it made their relationship stronger. In the end, the distance between them only made their love stronger. They learned to appreciate each other more, and they never took each other's presence for granted. Chapter 7: The Power of Communication. Jake and Angela knew that communication was the key to any successful relationship. They made sure to communicate openly and honestly with each other, expressing their thoughts, feelings, and concerns. They also listened to each other attentively and without judgment. They knew that conflicts were inevitable, but they made sure to approach them calmly and with empathy. They learned to put themselves in each other's shoes and to try to understand each other's perspectives. This allowed them to resolve conflicts quickly and to build a strong foundation of trust. They also made sure to celebrate each other's accomplishments and milestones, no matter how small. They acknowledged each other's efforts and made each other feel valued and appreciated. Through their communication, Jake and Angela were able to build a deep emotional connection with each other, which made their relationship even more meaningful. Chapter 8: Meeting the Families. When Jake and Angela first started dating, their families were skeptical. They had met online, after all, and they lived in different parts of the world. But as they continued to date and their relationship grew stronger, their families started to come around. Jake and Angela made efforts to introduce each other to their families, and to show them how much they cared for each other. They also made sure to respect each other's cultural differences and traditions. Eventually, both sets of parents met and got to know each other. They were happy to see how much Jake and Angela loved and cared for each other, and they were impressed by the effort they had put into their relationship. Their families became important sources of support and love for Jake and Angela, and they were grateful to have them in their lives. Chapter 9: Moving Forward Together. After several years of being together, Jake and Angela knew that they wanted to take the next step in their relationship. They decided to move in together and to start planning for their future. Moving in together was not without its challenges, but Jake and Angela worked through them together. They learned to compromise and to communicate even more effectively. They also supported each other's individual goals and aspirations, knowing that it was important to maintain their own identities within their relationship. They continued to play games together and pursue their shared interests, but they also made sure to prioritize their individual hobbies and passions. They encouraged each other to pursue their dreams, and they were always there to cheer each other on. Moving forward together meant facing new challenges, but Jake and Angela were confident that they could tackle them as a team. Chapter 10, A Love Transcending Worlds. Jake and Angela's love story was unconventional, but it was real and true. They proved that true love can be found in unexpected places, and that virtual relationships can be just as meaningful as those that start in person. Their love transcended the digital world and became something much deeper and more meaningful. They were grateful to have found each other and to have built a strong and lasting relationship. Jake and Angela's story is a testament to the power of technology in bringing people together. They may have met in a virtual world, but their connection and love were very real. Their journey was not without challenges, but they persevered and built a strong and loving relationship. Their story reminds us that love knows no boundaries, and that it can bloom anywhere, even in a digital world. Epilogue. Years passed, and Jake and Angela's love only grew stronger. They faced challenges and obstacles along the way, but they always worked through them together. They got married and started a family, and their children grew up hearing the story of how their parents' love started in a virtual world. Jake and Angela continued to play games together, and they even introduced their kids to their favorite games. They also continued to communicate openly and honestly, knowing that it was the key to their successful relationship. As they grew old together, they looked back on their journey and marveled at how far they had come. They knew that their love had overcome distance, skepticism, and even societal norms, and they were proud of the life they had built together. Their love story inspired others who may have been hesitant to pursue virtual relationships or long-distance relationships. They proved that love knows no boundaries, and that with dedication, communication, and commitment, anything is possible. Thank you for watching the video. Hope that you found it interesting and enjoyable. By subscribing to our channel, you can stay up to date with our latest content and continue to support us in our efforts. Hope to see you again soon.